Hello, my name is Kimmy Q, and I'm the president of South Seminole Academy PTSA. I welcome you to this Smart Talk session, made possible by National PTA in Norton. During this 45-minute session, families will learn how to make the best online choices for yourself and your families, have honest conversations about technology use, set technology rules everyone can agree on. This will be both an educational and interactive session. We want to give you lots of opportunities to talk and learn from each other. I will now introduce Michaela, a student from South Seminole Academy, who will be helping me kick off this session. Welcome, Michaela. Before we dive into this session, let us do a technology check-in to see what is going on in your families. Adults, raise your hands if you know what your kids are doing online. Okay, put your hands down. Adults, put your hands up if you feel like your kids have healthy media habits.
Kids, now it's your turn. Raise your hands if you know what your parents or caregivers are doing online. Okay, you can put your hands down. Now, kids, raise your hands if you feel like your parents have healthy media habits. You can put your hands down. Now, families, raise your hands if you have talked about online safety. Okay, you can put your hands down. Now, families, raise your hands if you've worked together to set healthy technology limits.
Kids and teenagers always seem to be one step ahead of their parents and caregivers on technology, and keeping up with everything kids are doing online can be very overwhelming.
When families talk openly and often about how to protect privacy and safety, set expectations about online behavior, and decide together what content is appropriate to view, parents and caregivers will be better informed and more comfortable with your kids' digital life. Kids will be better prepared to create a healthy and safe digital life, and families will be on the same page about expectations and be in this together.
So what can families do? Technology helps people find the freedom to express themselves, be creative, meet new people from all over the world, learn new things, and mobilize around issues that matter to them. This freedom, if not handled safely and responsibly, can open up people to unsafe situations. Digital drama, feeling overwhelmed, or the need to constantly be on, which can impact your health physically and mentally.
Parents and caregivers can help their children successfully navigate technology by deciding together what's right for your family, communicating effectively, and having the smart talk. Navigating your online world requires us to make constant choices about our safety, what we share and what we see, and how much time we spend online. Talking as a family about some possible outcomes of the choices you make when using technology can help everyone feel better prepared to make the choice and that's right for themselves and their family when the time comes. Let's take a moment and talk through how to decide what to do in 4 common online scenarios. There are no right or wrong answers, but there is probably one choice that is better for you.
First, would you rather let someone in your family put child restrictions and monitoring apps on your device, or let them look through your phone or device whenever they want? Many families resort to these techniques for keeping each other safe. Both can feel like an invasion of privacy. Don't forget that any choice you make for monitoring your child's device should be paired with open and honest communication. The filter you build between your child's ear will always be more effective than one you buy at the store. Next, would you rather text happy birthday to a friend or say it to them on a video chat?
There are so many ways to communicate today, and there are pros and cons to each. Be willing to have open dialogue in your family about your preferred communication styles. Are phone calls or texts more appropriate? How do we feel about texting one another from different areas of the home? Third, would you rather play video games, or watch movies or a show on your device. Video games and movies can both be fun forms of entertainment, but did you know one is considered active and one is considered passive? When our brains are engaged in gameplay, they are much more active than when they are just watching content. The time we spend with screens is not created equally, and it's important to think through different limits depending on our media habits. Finally, would you rather be exhausted but the first to know something, or get some sleep and be the last to know? Technology can have so many benefits, and it can be very exciting to be the first to know something big. We need to pay attention to the way certain apps, interactions, and the amount of time we are on our devices make us feel. If you're feeling exhausted, overwhelmed, anxious, stressed, or upset by what you are seeing or doing online, it is okay to take a technology break or disengage from some things permanently.
Talking about technology can be uncomfortable. Hearing that someone you love may be making mistakes, being unsafe, or doing things you don't know about online can be very upsetting. We can't let our discomfort or fears prevent these conversations from happening within our families. Everyone is using technology, so it's important to talk about it, to create a safe space where everyone in your family feels comfortable talking about their online experiences. Try to go into these conversations with curiosity. There is so much that we can learn from each other. Talk to each other versus at each other. No one likes to be lectured or talked over. Avoid distractions while you are talking together. Be open about your online behavior and experiences, both good and bad. Seeing that you sometimes struggle, make mistakes, and are human can create a bond with your child. Believe what everyone is saying and sharing. Don't punish each other for what you have shared. It may prevent you from being honest in the future. Be open to learning from each other. Kids often know more about technology than parents do and can teach you a lot. Finally, parents, it's okay to not have all the answers. It's important for your kids to know that you are all learning this together.
Having the Smart Talk helps families set healthy technology expectations and limits. Developed in partnership with Norton, the Smart Talk is an online tool that helps parents and caregivers have proactive, positive conversations with their kids. Using a series of guided questions, this online tool allows kids ages 5 to 18 to actively participate in setting limits around device use, digital safety, privacy, communication, health and wellness, and media choices. The end result is a personalized family technology agreement that is created based on individual responses. Let's watch this demo to learn more.
Hello, I'm Krista Todd. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer at Norton LifeLock. I'm excited to be here today with my daughter Madeline to walk you through the Smart Talk, the digital safety tool made for families. The Smart Talk is a free, interactive resource co-created by Norton and the National PTA to help families have positive and productive conversations about digital safety, wellness, and responsibility. Madeline is 9 years old, and we have just started to navigate the digital world together. So what's one digital safety topic you want to touch on today?
I like to connect with my friends online. Who can I connect with and how?
It's a great question. Let's get started. All right, please, everyone, head to thesmarttalk.org. If you scroll down the page, you can read a bit more about why we created the Smart Talk and how it works. Since we'll walk through this together, let's just scroll back up and begin by clicking on the Get Started button, shown in red. Next, we need to decide if you'd like to complete the Smart Talk as a guest or create your own account. One nice thing about creating an account is that you can add multiple family members, save your progress, and come back over time as your children grow. To do this, click on Create an Account in red. I'll then follow the prompts and hit Finish, and voila, you have an account. It's that easy. The screen you're seeing now gives you key tips to make the Smart Talk work for you and your family. It provides some important reminders like being open with each other, to take turns to keep everyone engaged, and suggestions for what to do after you complete the tool. Let's add Madeline by clicking on this red button, and then again on this green plus. You can see that when we enter her name and age and click add, she is added to my account. We're now going to click on the Get Started button and we'll begin the tool. As a reminder, you can delete this agreement at any time by coming back to your dashboard. This screen here is showing us that we're now in the Smart Talk tool. Madeline, can you read the 5 key topic areas that are listed at the top?
Privacy and safety, communications, media choices, health and wellness, and keeping promises.
Thank you. And where should we start?
Communications.
All right, here we go. You go first.
There's so many ways to talk to others through technology. Mom, which ones can I use?
I think you should be able to use phone calls, video calls, texting or messaging apps, and email. What do you think?
I like that.
Okay, perfect. And Madeline, who should you be allowed to talk to through your devices?
I definitely think family members, classmates, teachers, and friends of our family.
That's perfect. We'll only check those. Throughout the tool, you'll see something called bonus talks. These talks help you by providing more information on the topic that you're reviewing, as well as additional links for more information. Families, after you've completed as many topics as you would like, you can head over to Keeping Promises in purple at the top. And how will you make sure that we're sticking to this agreement?
Let's sign it today, and I think we should print it and hang it in the kitchen to help us remember.
That's a great idea. We do use parental settings, so we'll check that one. And we, of course, use Norton Family to help us monitor everything at home. So we'll check that one too. I think we should review this again in a year or so. Do you agree?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Good. And I have so much going on that I am definitely going to have the Smart Talk remind us of when it's time to do it again next year. Then you'll see that there are just 2 questions to again help us make the tool the best it can be. What do you think? Did we increase your knowledge of digital safety today?
Yes, I learned who I can chat with online. Mom, you always remind me to stay cyber safe when I'm online.
I'm glad to hear that. And then families, feel free to leave us comments on your experience as well. Well, that's it. We're done. Let's click View Agreement in red and see what we've come up with together.
We said we'd sign it, so I'm going to click I agree on the right under Make it official, and then you can.
Deal. And then we see this fun certificate of completion that you can share with friends and family online. I also like your idea of hanging it up in the kitchen, so let's click Print Download so we have that. What do you think?
I'm glad we did it together, Mom, and that we have a shared plan that we can stick to. What about you?
I'm also thought it was very valuable. Even though I work at a cybersecurity company and I know the importance of cyber safety, there is just so much that you are doing online. It was great to have reminders about all the ways we can make good choices together to help keep you safe online. We hope that you enjoyed this demo and that it helps you begin the Smart Talk with your family today. We know that parenting in the digital age is complex, and Norton empowers children and families to feel safer in their digital lives. Our partnership with the National PTA and the Smart Talk tool demonstrates our commitment to providing families with the resources they need to live their digital lives safely. Thanks for watching.
Now it's time for family members to work together. You will need the Talk Before the Smart Talk worksheet for these next 3 activities. For the first activity, you will have 4.5 minutes to talk together about how technology impacts your family's life by discussing these 5 questions. How does technology help your lives? How does technology make things harder? What are some of the ways your family is more connected because of technology? What are some of the ways your family is less connected because of technology? How can your family stay connected while keeping technology in your lives? Please scan the QR code shown on the screen to download the Smart Talk worksheet.
So, how does technology help our lives?
Oh gosh, I think technology helps us in a lot of ways, especially with work, organizing, and planning. Being creative also is a big one. You can do a lot of creative things with technology: music, videos, right? What do you think, Naomi?
You can communicate with people.
Communication, good one.
Next question. How does technology make things harder?
Well, I mean, I think technology makes things harder sometimes because it can make things a little bit more complicated, a lot of steps. But mainly it makes things harder sometimes because it's harder to spend quality time with people and do things in person when you get used to doing everything online.
I agree.
What are some ways our family is more connected because of technology?
You answer it first this time, Naomi. How do you think we're more connected?
I don't know. We're more connected, I don't know.
Well, how do we use you said communication was important, so how do we use the communication to stay connected as a family?
You can text each other.
Yep. Anything else? They can text me when they're going somewhere, and I know they're safe, and that's important to us, to, her dad and me. So that's definitely a nice part of it.
What are some ways our family is less connected because of technology?
Because people can be on their phones too much.
People can be on their phones too much. Yeah, I think we say it a lot, probably, that we wish they weren't on their phones as much. So, but I mean, we try to carve out time to spend together and, take a break from the phones or whatever technology we're doing and do other things.
How can our family stay connected while keeping technology in our lives?
I think that, like the Smart Talk worksheet kind of shows us that when you think about the values you have as a family, you can use those to help you stay connected and make sure that you're using technology in the right ways. I know that hard work and discipline are big values for our family. And so, we try to make sure that, they're using technology for their work, but also that they're doing other things and having other, things that they're working on, and that doesn't have to do with technology. And having discipline to be able to, self-regulate. If you feel like you've been on it too much, then you take a break and do something else. To kind of know and have that self-regulation is important. What do you think, Naomi? How else can we stay connected? We probably need to put the phones down a little bit more, right? But what kind of things do we do that aren't on our phones?
Watch movies.
Yeah, we watch movies. I guess that's kind of technology, though, isn't it? But yeah, we watch movies. We put our phones away and watch movies. What else? We go outside, and we have a tent in the front yard. We sit under the tent and hang out sometimes. Yeah, just carving out that time without technology, I think, is the most important thing.
For this next activity, use your worksheet and write down your family's views. How will your family values guide how you interact with people and determine your online values behave online? In the two columns, write down which online behaviors you as a family agree are okay or not okay for your family. The principles that helps your family decide what is right and wrong, how to act in various situations, the rules to help guide your actions.
Yeah, I think those are just the values that I was talking about. The hard work and discipline being the values. So you make sure you get the work done, then you get to be on your phone or have free time. And then the discipline to know when you've been on it too much, or if you're watching too many videos. And, another one of our values is integrity, I think. And so that's all about what are you doing when no one's watching? Naomi. What are you doing when no one's watching on your phone?
Text my friends.
Text her friends, okay. So texting with her friends and making sure that when she's texting her friends, it's she wouldn't send a text message that I wouldn't be able to look at or something like that. So knowing that even though I'm not always there to watch everything she's doing, she's still doing the right things. And her brothers too. It's not just her. She has 2 brothers. So, and honesty and respect. So respect would be following the rules that we've set out. If we have a certain time limit on those or certain things, content that they're not supposed to look at, then, or apps that they're not supposed to use, that they're following those rules. And then honesty would be, hey, if you break a rule, everybody makes mistakes. We discuss it as a family. We see what we want to do moving forward. And then if they see something that they don't feel comfortable with, maybe they see something on a video that they're like, whoa, they can come to us and say, hey, I saw this thing on a video, and what did it mean, or something like that.
How do you find the right technology balance for your family? Given how we're all using it to live, learn, be creative, and socialize? That is the million-dollar question. There is no definitive number of recommended hours, although the American Academy of Pediatrics has guidelines for different ages. When deciding what's right for your family, it's important to think about the quality of what everyone is doing online versus focusing on how long everyone is on their devices. When deciding if it's time to put your phone down, it's helpful to consider these things. What activities do you do most online? Is the time you're spending on your device a good use of your time? Are some activities a better use of time than others? When you're online, do you mostly consume content or create it? When you spend time online, what are other things that are not getting done? How do you feel about what you are not getting done? Take the next 4 minutes to consider and talk together about these questions. Hit pause if you're watching virtually. Okay, setting up your Smart Talk profile. Now we want you to take the next 5 minutes to set up your Smart Talk profile and explore the tool a bit together. This concludes our Smart Talk session. We hope your family was able to open the lines of communication about technology and feel ready and inspired to go home and have the Smart Talk.
I know we've thrown lots of information at you during this session. To learn more about the Smart Talk program, please scan the following QR code.
We'd really appreciate it if you all complete the session evaluation. We've included the link in the chat. We will give you all the time to open that link now. Thank you for attending and participating.